You need to know what's happening in the world. Professors were actually, talks about what's going on in the world. Just go through everything very, very, very wisely. You have supply chain management, you have marketing. I wanted to know how the business actually works.
Hi guys, hello, welcome back to another video. This is your KapsTalks. Today we are back with another video, and we have Janvi. First of all, Janvi, thank you for coming.
You're welcome.
So we have Janvi here. Janvi is actually studying Masters of Business.
Yes.
In specialization in
International business.
International business, and so we have some of the questions. It's more like a podcast style interview, whatever you call it. It's going to be pretty casual, so don't worry. It's going to be easy.
Yes.
And then we'll move forward. I'll ask you some questions and it's going to be really easy for you because you know them, right?
Yeah.
And the video is mainly why we are making it, or why we make this kind of videos, is to help the international students or prospective students who are coming to Australia for any particular course, maybe who's watching your videos, coming for your course. So we have some questions here, and good to go? Okay, don't be nervous, it's going to be fine. I asked her and she is so busy, but she still took out some time for us. So thanks to you on that.
You're welcome.
So the mic is fine? Yeah. Okay. So I would love to know more about your majorly like background. So why did you choose to study business, and why international business specifically?
So I come from a business family. So from the last two generations, we've been into manufacturing histopathology instruments. And from an early age, I was like very active in business with my dad, with the whole family. So I always wanted to pursue something that, included all of these parts of my life. Even for bachelor's, I did a Bachelor's of Commerce from Delhi University. And then I took a 2-year break to pursue business. And then I finally applied for master's, and the specialization that I chose was international business because I wanted to know how the business actually works, like globally, and how to expand it overseas.
In this field, you actually need to tell that you are going to be specializing in this particular field from the start? Okay.
So you have options. It's not like there's only one option of international business. You have supply chain management, you have marketing, you have finance, and a lot of other specializations like trade.
They're available on the website?
Yes, on the website, on the brochure. Yeah. But if you don't want to go through the brochure or the website, you can go through the whole of the process through an agent.
Okay.
Because that's way easier. I found that way easier.
If you get the right agent.
Yes, if you get the right agent. If you get a trustworthy agent. Because there are so many people who might, misguide you.
Understandable. Yeah. Okay. So, which uni are you from?
Monash.
Can you tell me briefly, why did you choose Monash exactly for this? Or what other universities did you have in your mind when you were thinking to come to Australia?
So, I shortlisted Deakin, Monash, and UniMel.
Okay.
But UniMel did not have the course that I wanted to pursue. Like, it did not have international business as a specialization, and all the subjects that I wanted to, study. I actually first applied to Deakin, but then because of some issues of, migration and visa, so I got a rejection from Deakin University.
Like offer letter rejection?
Yes, which was very heartbreaking.
Sorry.
But then I applied to Monash, which was like globally recognized. And when you search business school in Australia, Monash comes up on the top. It's one of the major 7 universities. So that's why I went forward with Monash.
And if you don't mind me asking, if you can tell for you or maybe for other internationals, why Australia?
It was very practical. I actually wanted to go to the UK. But the pound was so strong and so expensive that it wasn't affordable. It was affordable, but then why would you spend so much?
Understand.
And UK also offered just a 1-year program. And I I just thought very realistically, when you start studying, you won't realize when the 1 year goes by. Even now, I don't realize when it has been 6 months. So I wanted to pursue something like for a longer term, and Australia offered like a 2 year program. US and Canada, they were appealing, but I wanted to stay close to, home, if that makes sense. Plus, Australia has better relations with India than.
So there were some of the reasons which thought, and then
Yes.
it turned out to be Australia.
Yes. So Australia has better relations with India than US and Canada.
Well, how does that impact?
Because in the future, like in my 10-year plan, if I wanted to expand the business, I would want to be in a place that has better relations with
your home country.
Yes.
Good point. If you can tell me more now about, because that's the main concept of this video, because we are actually speaking on something that's not available on Google or YouTube yet. But what's the actually main course structure which they teach? What do they teach in this course?
So you start with very basic subjects. First of all, you have to choose your subjects very wisely, like whatever you want to study. They give you a whole handbook, and then you have to choose your subjects. You should do it very wisely. I kind of messed up in choosing like Unit 1 subjects. I did not want to study economics, but then I thought, why not? And I did not like my choice. I regretted it. So you get core subjects like economics, marketing, contemporary management. For this semester, I have international business, global business, international marketing, and managerial marketing. So a lot of students end up choosing the subjects, like that's a very personal opinion from what I've heard. A lot of students end up choosing those subjects like they don't have exams in, like traditional exams.
To make it easy.
To make it easier, to go to the assignment and the presentation side so that they can score more. But I gave an exam and that was a good choice. Because until you don't have a deadline or an exam hanging over you, you won't actually study.
Yeah, how much you're
you won't actually study, plus you won't take it serious.
See, well, talking on that, it's pretty much personal, but yeah, your point is correct if I would be doing the same. So anything else that you want to mention about this study?
About choosing subjects, yes. Go for subjects that you have some interest in.
How would you know that you have interest?
I have always been fascinated by marketing.
Makes sense.
Always been fascinated by the creative side of the business. So I chose design thinking for business in this semester. Always choose something that you know you will do somehow. You will end up doing somehow. Don't choose subjects based on their names. Read everything because you're investing so much money and time in something. So just don't take this as, this is the subject and this sounds okay, so I can study it. Go through everything. If you're even like doubtful, they have customers, helplines, desks on university. You can contact them. Just go through everything very, very, very wisely. Because you're investing so much money, not your money, your parents' money. So
most of the cases, yes.
Most of the cases, yes. So I would just suggest that go through everything, every detail of it. Take your time. Don't rush into things.
Makes sense. Well, talking on that, let's talk some of the things. So is the teaching style more theory or practical based?
No, it leans towards practical. It's a mix of both, but it leans towards practical more.
Give me something.
So, this thing was very shocking and surprising to me. In my bachelor's, we had theory and practical. And practical, when I say practical, it was like PPTs, presentations. But here, when I first went to my marketing class, we were asked to sit in groups of 6. And then the professors were actually, talks about what's going on in the world, how does marketing help, would you choose this product or this product, why would you choose this product? Okay. It wasn't theory, there were no books involved, there was no readings involved, it was just practical. Like we had to do group assignments, we had to talk in the class and get to know what's happening for the marketing class.
So the professors were giving practical examples that's happening, right?
Yes, we did a case study on Coles and Woolies. Why do people go to Woolies more? what is their marketing strategy?
Would love to know more. Why do they do it? Do you have an answer for it?
For Woolies?
Why do they go?
I don't know, because Woolies it has a lot of fresh produce. That's what I have learned and I have observed.
What did they give as answer on this?
The prices.
Oh, according to business,
According to business, it was prices and the marketing and the discounts, the offers that Woolies give. It is better than Coles.
As a customer. Right?
As a customer.
Okay.
Plus, there are a lot of international students in Australia, so money saving.
Makes sense. Talking on that, are there group projects and cross-cultural assignments?
So many.
Mm-hmm.
So many.
Okay.
I had a hard time adjusting to it because there were so many multicultural people from China, Japan, from Australia. The Indians that we had in our class, like including me, we were just like 4 or 5 of us. But there were so many people from South Asia. So we had to be like open about our communication because English wasn't their first language. English isn't our first language either. So we had to make a very huge adjustment change for the group project.
Just because of English or?
For communication, yes.
Okay. And other than that, about study?
Not really, because they have expertise in their own ways, like we do.
Uh-huh.
They're very intellectual. That's what I've noticed.
South Asian people?
Yes, South Asian people are very intellectual, mostly. But the only major barrier that I faced and my classmates faced was the communication. The way they did not sometimes understand us. Sometimes you would have sounded rude, the way we talk. And sometimes it was just that I will not work with you.
Okay. And especially in business, that's what I understood from you.
Yeah.
Especially in business group projects, you need to have opinions. And that opinion.
An open mind.
And that open mind opinions. So those reflect on how you speak, and how you speak reflect on your English.
Yes.
And your English reflect on slang. So that's what your point is, that if they have a certain way of thinking and then they give it a slang, could be a sarcasm joke.
Yeah.
But it could be a pointing out to your opinion. So you need to be, that's what you're saying.
Yes. And what I felt, if I would be talking in Hindi, they would have felt like vice versa. Like if they're talking in their mother tongue, I would feel that they're talking about me. Well,
it's a human nature, but anyways. Okay. So the next major thing is career scope and job market. So what kind of career paths as an international student graduate expect in Australia after doing this study?
You can expect to go into sales, marketing, trade, supply chain, and even entry-level jobs. You have to be open about everything. Like if you're getting a job, you have to be open about it. You can't say that I am so experienced from, back home, but I will not do this job. You can even get retail jobs, and pretty much it.
Okay. Are there good internship opportunities during the course?
Only if you use your university's resources. Like Monash has so many industry partners, so many. And I've heard RMIT or Unimel, they all have good industry partners, but students don't know about it, or maybe, they don't have the time because it's so busy being an international student. So, but you have to go through the resources very, very, very wisely. Like they have a lot of internship programs.
They help.
Yes, they help. And there are so many, entry-level jobs, part-time jobs on the campus as well. Sometimes they offer internships and sometimes they offer part-time jobs.
Does the course open PR pathways, or is it more career focused?
It's more career focused.
Less PR?
Yes, less PR, because last time I checked, because PR rules, they keep changing. They've been changing constantly.
Yes.
So for my course, the last time that I checked, there was no PR. But again, the job that it's PR depends more on, the job that you're doing. These are requirements, the job you're into. And I would say that you have to be very proactive about networking. If you network a lot, you may, end up finding someone who might help you with getting a job, or maybe, introducing you to other people. You have to be very proactive about networking in Australia.
How easy or hard was it for you to find a part-time job while studying?
Um, Not that difficult, but again, that was a personal thing.
Perspective. It
Yeah.
can change anytime.
Yes.
How is networking here compared to home country? Because you said you studied business in bachelor's, right?
Yes.
So you would know how the networking differs from here to there.
Back home, everything's very informal because everyone's from the same background,
Same language, by the way.
same language, the way you talk, the way your lifestyle is, the way your work-life balance is. So people just mold themselves like in that way. Here, it's very professional. Like there's a full work-life balance. You can't network after 5 p.m. You cannot do that.
Obviously. And if you're working till 5 p.m. or 6 p.m., you won't
Yes.
see anyone. Makes sense.
So networking here is pretty good. If you come out of your shell, I would say that you've taken the first step of becoming a good international student here in Australia.
Well, cheers to that. So, next Venn diagram. Life as an international student in Australia. So, I saw your face. So, how was the transition from home country to Australia? How was it for you?
Horrible. It was horrible. I was
Why?
homesick.
Oh,
The winters had just kicked in, so I fell sick.
where are you from? From India?
Ambala.
Ambala. So, it was
It's near Chandigarh. Homesick, sick. Financially,
Sick.
it was sick, just sick. Financially sick. Everything was just, mental health was down the drain. But
then
as you say,
things
it
puzzles
one
take
day at
their
a
places,
time.
yeah.
Yes, one day at a time.
Good. So, that's like an advice, one step at a time, right?
One day at a time.
What challenges did you face initially, academically, socially, or financially? If you want to speak on this.
Academically, there were no challenges because I really enjoyed studying in Monash. There were no challenges. Like the assignment, financially, again, personal, I have always, I've never had that stay in the budget kind of life. I've always had okay, I have this much, I will spend this much, but I know that, I don't have to be in a budget.
Oh, okay.
Because I come from a business family, so I never had that I have to maintain the budget. Groceries come this much, transportation comes this much.
So you have that.
No, it's weird because, being an international student, you've already asked your parents to help you so much. So you don't want to ask for money back home. And now I have to be in a budget. That's
Well, it's good because you're learning.
It is good, but you have to be very strong mentally to go through the whole of the phase.
Well, there's one more point. How competitive is the job market for international students in business?
Very, very competitive. Because there are so many international students. And when I say international students, not just from India.
Mm-hmm.
You have people from China, Japan, US, UK, Netherlands, Bangladesh, so many nationalities. And everyone, they want to make a career. So they have hands-on experience. There are so many people you will find are better than you. And you know it in your heart that they're better than you experience-wise. So it's very competitive. But again,
you can't stop fighting, right?
Yes. Networking. Networking is the only thing that will put you on the ladder to success here in Australia. Just network.
Okay. Well, as you're saying networking again, that's not a question that I'm asking. How would you give a step? Means what should we do for networking? Events, career fairs, what else do you have anything in the mind that you would do for networking?
Like suggestions on networking?
Yes, if you can.
Come out of your shell.
Okay.
Be yourself. Don't pretend to be someone you're not, because if you end up being in that circle of people, you will have to be the real you. Don't lie about your experiences and your skills. Be honest about your skills and be very vocal about your goals. Sometimes you won't realize when you meet someone who will actually look at you and realize that this person is very hardworking. I might want to be, in contact with them. They might help me with something in the future. So just be very vocal about your goals and have a very clear-cut pathway of what you want to do.
Like I have a planogram. Right.
I have a plan, a 5-year plan.
Minimum 5 years.
To start with, yes. Because we're all so young and we've always been in a bubble of our parents, you know. So we need to come out of that shell. I learned that very early on. But everyone, I see so many students who are doing so great because they've come out of their shell and comfort zone.
Well, this was the last part.
Yes.
Or is the last part, is on the advice and the insights for future students. So one you told already. What skills that you would like to tell to the students who are going to be doing this course, but they can learn that before starting the course?
Communication, number one. How to express yourself in a way that you won't offend someone.
Okay.
Be very adjustable to new environments.
Flexible, okay.
Very flexible. You can't make faces on working with people from different nationalities.
Makes sense.
And learn about the world.
How?
Like read news. I did not do that.
Business news?
Business, world news, what's happening, a little bit of politics, like what's happening in the world,
like basic news.
What's happening around you.
Okay.
You.
That helps.
That helps a lot. Because again, that will help you in networking. Because when you're in a formal setup,
yeah,
what are you going to talk about?
For the initial start, you can't ask
you
for
can't,
a job.
Yeah, you can't just ask, how was your day?
Yeah, no.
You can't do that. So you have to talk about something
mutual subjects to talk on.
Yes.
For example, for today, the example could be tariffs, Trump's tariffs.
Yes. And again, either way, you need to know what's happening around you. Yeah. You need to know what's happening in the world. You can't just not know what's not happening. So that is what I did not do, but I learned that here, that you need to go through the news and just basic knowledge of what's happening. Like if I ask you, did you see what did Trump do for India? Or
I need to have knowledge to speak on this. Fine.
Yeah.
Makes sense. Okay. Would you recommend doing this course directly with bachelor's or after work experience and then master's?
Work experience, because then you won't be able to connect the dots. You won't be able to understand what actually happens in the business world. Like I've done operations, I've done marketing, I've learned how to sit in a meeting, and that actually helps. The next semester I have chosen business communications. So you get to learn, you get to know how to talk to someone in a business setup, in a professional setup, because you can't use your slangs, which we Gen Zs use a lot. You can't use your slangs. You have to be very brief and detailed about what you're talking about.
Makes sense.
So, yep.
That's a last brief question for you. That's a brief question. Any myth, if you have, or do you think, you can say yes or no, that you want to burst out about this course? About this study? That this is a very generic course, Masters of Business. It's not. It's not.
Master of Business is not a generic course. Like people back home, they just say you're doing an MBA. Like MBA has become very generic. So it's not a generic course. Unless you choose, like a lot of students I know, they're doing dual courses, Master of Business and with another specialization in a unit. But I chose to do Master of Business with a specialization unit.
In business only? In
business.
Okay.
It's not a generic course. You learn a lot about business and how the back end works.
Okay. Well, the last part, it's not a question. You're done with the questions. Thank you for answering all of them honestly and bravely. Rapid fire round. Let's do it. Okay.
Yes.
Group assignments or solo projects?
Group assignments.
Theory or practical learning?
Practical.
PR or corporate job?
PR. Isn't that what every international student dreams about?
Won't say every, but it's 60-70% yes. Dream city to work in after graduation?
Melbourne.
Melbourne, okay. One word to describe the Australia's business environment?
Healthy.
Healthy. Okay. If you could go back, will you choose this course again?
Yes.
Any final advice that you want to say apart from this? Networking and all?
Be yourself.
Be yourself.
Just be yourself. And don't give up.
Well, that's for everywhere, right? That's not only about the study, it's everywhere in the world, especially when you're becoming an international student. Not only this study, in any study.
Because it comes with a lot of, emotional
pressure.
Yes.
Understandable. Because I've been there, she's been there.
Yes.
Well, first of all, thank you so much for answering all the questions really bravely. And we have here Janvi over like 6 months, 1 year, she has been studying this course. And now she gave the inputs, what she learned from her experience. So if you have any particular question related to this course or related to something that she mentioned, you can ask her. I would love to give your Instagram or LinkedIn, whatever is easy for you, whatever is suitable you would ask.
LinkedIn.
Description, LinkedIn? Okay.
Yes.
I'll give you your LinkedIn in the description.
Yeah.
And whenever you're free, please reply to the questions. And I would say just don't write hi, write the proper questions so that she can see that's the question and she can prepare and give you the best answer possible. And when you're free, please. And I am KapsTalks. Thanks for being here. Like this video, share this video to someone who's thinking to study business, bachelor's or master's, or maybe in any university. They can probably know so much and understand so many points that they want to do in the future. So I would say like, share, and subscribe to the channel for more podcasts. This is Janvi, KapsTalks signing off.
Thank you.
Bye.